Welcome to the night mode edition of the Mark Jackson Show. I am Mark Jackson, and this is the dynamic one. My co-host, Bluu, the MVP. More importantly, we'll get into it later about the MVP of the 2024 NBA season. That's Nikola Jokic. Congratulations to him. We'll get into that a little further. But Bluu, how you doing today?
I got to keep you on your toes, Pops. I'm doing good, man. The city is up. We up 2-0. I'm feeling great, man. I don't know how you feeling because the Pacers is letting you down right now, but let me know how you feeling today.
It does not matter to me who wins. The New York Knicks are up 2-0. It's been two very good games, a lot of ups and downs, but I think it's going to be a long series, so it'll play itself out.
My good friend, I asked, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
That's what I'm saying. You looking good. What is that? What color is that? Is that maroon? What is that? Your palette is immaculate, Pops. I gotta say, I must say, the cut, is that a fresh? You stay with it, man.
Are you finished? Are you done?
Huh?
Are you finished or are you done?
No. I'm done.
Okay.
Underdog Fantasy. Shouts out to keeping the lights on, man. Go ahead and scan the QR code in the corner or click the link in the description and play the pick'em game. That's our favorite. Pops. We watching the Knicks, and no Josh, but it's mostly all heart that we seeing from this team. They players is banged up, but they fighting through it. What do you see from this Knicks team, and what did you see tonight?
Pretty much the same thing we've seen all season long. Tremendous fight, tremendous grit, tremendous competitive spirit. They have no quit in them. They play with an edge, a toughness that is consistent throughout their lineup, no matter who's on the floor. And Indiana Pacers just got soft. You know, the pressure was elevated, and they tapped out, which was unfortunate. Certainly some calls didn't go their way, but at the end of the day, they was in total control of this basketball game. And New York Knicks imposed their will on both sides of the floor. And the toughness of their leader, the best player on the floor, Jalen Brunson, is contagious. I mean, I've seen guys, he had a legitimate reason to not come back into the ball game. He went into the back, and at halftime, you go and get a glass of water, and you're thinking, well, how are they going to respond with no Jalen Brunson? Come back from commercial break, and he's on the layup line, looking like he's giving it a go. Toughness, edge, no quit, leave it on the floor. And that's consistent throughout that Knicks lineup. A tremendous win for them.
What did you see? I'll give my thoughts in a second, but I just want to know, what did you see Indiana not do enough of tonight?
When they played with the lead, this is the second time in this two games. Game one, they had the lead at halftime. Game two, they had the lead by 10 at halftime. For some reason, they're not able to handle prosperity. They're not able to handle when things are going well. They mess with the game a little bit and allow the Knicks to get back into it. I think if you're Rick Carlisle, I said it after game one, and I'll say it again after game two. T.J. McConnell is playing like a true orchestrator, like a true maestro. He's got to be in the game down the stretch when he's playing like that. He was playing outstanding defense on Jalen Brunson, and he was initiating offense. He was sharing the basketball, 10 points and 12 assists, getting into the thick, making a mid-range jump shot, kicking it out. He can play off of Haliburton. I think he gives them an energy offensively, and a guy that moves without the ball, pushes the pace, initiates it. I think they missed him, and the game turned when he exited the ball game.
Yeah, have you ever had like a bill due or something that you wanted to pay for, and you reach in your pocket and you try to pay, you just don't have enough? That's what the Pacers are right now. We got to be real. They're not a defensive team, and we're asking them to continually contain Jalen Brunson from scoring over 30, and they're not going to be able to do it. The dude was on one leg hobble tonight. Defensively, this team is just out for real. He on one leg torching these dudes. This is not their identity, and their best bet is let's just throw it throw it against the wall, and let's try to go get 200 points and run and just run. Because they're not playing it looks like defense. It's not real defense, though. They letting Jalen get to his strong hand. They fouling dumb bonehead plays. He missed the whole second quarter. And the Knicks survived this by OG. OG starting to cook. And shouts out to OG. I hope he comes back and he's okay. But play some defense, man. What's up?
They did play defense in spurts, but it's not a consistent 48 minutes of defense, and that's what hurts them. And OG hurt them, DiVincenzo hurt them, Brunson hurt them, Hart hurt them, giving up second chance opportunities off of big time offensive rebounds down the stretch hurt them. And one thing even Stan Van Gundy said during the course of the telecast, and I totally agree with him, trapping Jalen Brunson at half court like he's Michael Jordan. Now, he's great, and he's playing great. But if we can't defend him until they get into the action, then I'll make the adjustment of double teaming him. Then we have an opportunity to rotate. But if you're doing it in a half court, he gets rid of the basketball, you are leaving shooters all around the floor wide open. You're leaving slashes all around the floor wide open. It's a recipe for disaster for your defense. That's not going to work. As simple as get rid of the basketball, take the two guys, lull them, and allow us to play 4-on-3 against them, and you're going to get a high percentage shot. And that's what cost them. Wait until he gets into the action. Then if you want to double team him off a pick and roll or hit him off of isolation, then you see it happen. You see it developing. The clock is dwindled down, and now you can react off of it. It's poor execution defensively to just rush on him like he's unstoppable. Yes, and then you got to, okay, give me a timeout. Let's talk about, if we're not going to stop him and contain him, then we might as well go home now. We got to be committed. I saw Nembhard shading him. You can't shade him. Play him square and understand where the help's coming from. He's a master at taking advantage of angles. And on one leg, I would have sent him to his right, understanding that his right foot was bothering him and he was hampered. They allowed him to just you going for fakes. He's waiting for you to go for fakes, and he's clicking on all cylinders. I love his toughness. I love his edge. I even love how nasty it got with him and T.J. McConnell for a minute, and then Rick Brunson calms him down. So no, let's stick to the assignment. Let's stick to the game plan. Don't get rattled. And then it's refreshing to me when you get a kid listen to their dad.
Yeah, because how you think it would have gone if I was in his shoes? You'd have been like,
oh, dude, if you getting 40, you don't want to hear nothing from me. As soon as you start struggling, you look over, Dad, what you see? Oh, now what I see.
No, because it's a little personal too. Because as we said, T.J. McConnell is playing hard. He's playing good, and he's just got this edge to him as a guard. Where if you a guard that really think you got game, you want to go at him and you want to prove something and you want to say, okay, I'm stepping up to the challenge. And that's what I love from Jalen tonight. It is his job to step up to the plate, and it is his father's job to reel him back in as a coach. So I thought it was a beautiful moment.
Two things. He gave T.J. McConnell credit in the post-game interview, talked about how he enjoyed competing against him. He's a great competitor. But the other thing is, Indiana Pacers got to insert some of that into their DNA as far as their toughness, their competitive drive. They're wanting to meet force with force. As soon as it get tight, they're running for the hills. They got to respond. And it comes from Tyrese Haliburton. I thought too many times he was unselfish in the second half. You start rolling like that in the first half, it's a carryover effect come third, fourth quarter. He was getting rid of the basketball, turn down shots. No, keep your foot on the gas pedal and continue to set the tone. Even Reggie Miller, the Hall of Famer, the guy that loves the bright lights, talked about how the best players got to set the tone, especially on the road in the playoffs.
This is the thing. As you said, we watched Tyrese Haliburton cook in the first half and then just kind of take his foot off the gas pedal. There are no dogs on the Pacers. Nobody that I see other than T.J. McConnell, nobody other than him is a dog. I'm watching a guy with the skills to put pressure on the Knicks and Haliburton take his foot off the gas pedal and allow coming off screens. I'm looking for an assist. I'm looking for a pass. No attack. It is Hartenstein in the middle. Go to the cup and finish. Go to the cup and get a bucket. You are 6'7". Attack, man. And I'm just disappointed. He's a Team USA representative, and he stepped up for a minute tonight, but we need more from him.
I agree. And I believe he's a dog, but he's a dog that needs to be hyped up. He's a guy that needs a hype man and somebody encourage him, somebody tell him continue to attack, attack, attack. He was passive, no longer became aggressive, and nobody reminded him, dude, I would have said, dude, you're the best player on the floor. Dude, you are the best player on the floor, including Jalen Brunson. Handle your business. You cannot have the type of first half he had and then come out passive in the second half. No, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Continue to deliver the message that you're the baddest dude on this floor. And he
I gotta be
stopped
real.
and allowed Brunson to carry that torch.
I gotta be real. He's not the best player on the court. Maybe now that Brunson is on one leg, but both those dudes healthy, give me Brunson. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, guess what? For the first 24 minutes of the ball game, they both was healthy. Or until Jalen Brunson got hurt, they both was healthy. And the best player on the court in the first half was Tyrese Halliburton. He was the best player on the floor. And then Jalen Brunson showed who he was.
That's true, but it was the first half, and what we're seeing, as I've said on these shows, is these teams and players also regress to their mean and always get back to who they are. And we saw Halliburton, yeah, he torched in the first half, but no, man, Brunson is better to me. His team is playing better, and if you look at the skill level of these teams, they're about equal, honestly. So to me, it's a fair gauge of who's better, and give me Brunson. I'm sorry, I want a dude that's a dog, man. Please.
I don't think the skill level of the teams are the same, and that's the reason why I picked the Pacers, because they're playing 9 dudes that – you talking about OG Toppin had 20 points. TJ McCollum had impacted the game with 10 and 12. So they got guys that they're trusting off the bench. I think ultimately it will catch up to the Knicks playing guys extended minutes. We already saw OG out. We've seen Mitchell Robinson out. It playing these extended minutes and not – Alec Burks is a legit rotation dude that played 44 seconds. You can steal some minutes from him. So I think they're getting away with it, certainly playing great, and they certainly got a lot to be proud of, and you hope that they stay healthy. But I've been there before as a coach, and I've been there before as a player. It is putting a high demand on your body to play 45, 46, 48 minutes in a playoff game. And then now we're talking about every other day. So they coming back today. Last night was Wednesday. They coming back Friday. So they got one day. So nothing you can do on Thursday, basically, other than come in, get treatment, get some massage, get some shots up, and then we travel into Indiana. It puts a tough demand on your body. But more so, getting back to your point, Jalen Brunson is facing a team defensively that allowed you to shoot 57% from the field as a team. That's unacceptable defensively. You can't do it in spurts. At some point, you got to say the only way we can win is if we get focused on the defensive end, understand the principles, and get true to competing defensively. Because they basically allowing Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, OG looked like Scottie Pippen in the first half. At some point, you got to offer some resistance defensively.
Yeah, OG was cooking, man. I ain't seen that type of offense from OG ever. Honestly, with that pace he was on tonight was tough, man. I hope he comes back and is able to contribute like he was.
I'd be shocked if he's back Friday. I would say he's out Friday, and it'll be interesting to see when he does come back. That looked somewhat serious when he went down.
Yeah, I'm watching the Pacers, and am I just playing? Now I might be just playing 2K in my mind, but if I have a player, and Pascal Siakam on my team, why would I not attempt to put him on Jalen Brunson?
That's a good question. I think a bigger body will be better for him, give you a better chance defensively, or TJ McConnell. The two guys that I thought Naismith did a good job using his size, but he just got to be smart with it and don't give him angles and don't bite for head fakes. And then TJ McConnell did an outstanding job picking him up, extending the defense full court, then giving him space in the half-court situation, reading what he was trying to do. I think ultimately you gotta keep those two guys on him, and then out of pick and roll action, you definitely have to trap him, force him to get rid of the basketball, and force other guys to make plays. I mean, DiVincenzo is the one guy that has a legitimate jump shot. Josh Hart has the capability of making those shots, but the one guy I wouldn't want to give open looks to is DiVincenzo. But you can game plan of how to contain and control the damage that Jalen Brunson does offensively. And then he's just a special player, so he's going to get his, but they can do a better job offering some resistance. It was 67-48 in the second half. The Knicks outscored the Indiana Pacers. They got to be better offensively, and they certainly have to be better defensively.
What do you think? In the post-game conference, we saw Rick Carlisle go in and talk about the refs and calls, video footage of calls that might have been missed that they're going to send in. I guess it's 26 that they're going to send in. I'm sorry, Coach Carlisle, stop it. Stop it. I could send you 26 clips of y'all not playing defense, and I'm not going to step on your take, Pops. I'm going to let you talk about it. But come on, man. Go ahead, Pops. What you think?
No, what would you do? What would you do? I like that. What would you do?
What you
talking about? Like what you say? You know the game. What you say?
I'm saying I could send 26 clips of y'all not getting on a rotation. I can send clips of Miles Turner allowing Jalen Brunson to blow by him. I can send clips of Josh Hart getting the offensive rebound over Nembhard. I can send clips of Naismith backing off of. It's so many clips that I can send. Obi Toppin Obi Toppin let plays happen too. This is too much. Come on, man. It's not on the refs. This is the Pacers.
No, you make a great point. And I've seen the great coaches in the history of this game play chess in the post-game press conference, trying to deliver a message to referees, trying to deliver a message to the opposing team, trying to deliver a message to the league office. And you make a great point. Here's what I do. I tell the team, we have the ability, if we see plays that are wrong, that the referees get wrong during the course of the game, we have the ability to send it into the league office, fellas. I've been a coach, if I'm Rick Carlisle, 20 years. And I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure that they pay attention to the clips that we send in. I got 26 clips of wrong calls, and I'm not so sure that they pay attention to the clips. So what I'm going to do is utilize another clip, a clip of us not getting it done defensively. I hope that it reaches you. Let's take about 5-10 minutes. Let me show you some things that we got wrong and we could do better that cost us this game. Forget about the league office. Forget about the bad calls. Let's take care of our business and put ourselves in a position to take the lead, sustain the lead, and win a ball game. We cost ourselves the ball game. It wasn't the referees. It was our missed assignments defensively, our softness as a basketball team, and our refusal to defend for 48 minutes. Now, what I will say outside of that, holding my guys accountable, hoping that they respond, is it's unacceptable for a referee to blow the whistle, call double dribble, and then say an inadvertent whistle. It's not an inadvertent whistle. You called the call. Don't take that call back. That's inexcusable, and that's unacceptable. As Rick Carlisle was justified in getting ejected from the ball game. I got one technical foul in 3 years as a head coach, and the only reason I got that technical foul, I asked the referee, "Please give me a tech." He said, "I'm not giving you a tech." I said, "No, please give me a tech. I got to let my guys know I'm fighting for them." He said, "Please." He said, "I'm not giving you a tech. You've done nothing." I said, "What? I got to cuss you out? I'm not going to do that. Give me a tech." Gives me a tech. And sometimes you gotta do that to show the guys we're in this together. We are in this together. And Rick Carlisle was 1,000% correct because the call being taken back. Imagine if they'd have taken back the call where they said kick ball and they'd have realized somebody saw it wasn't a kick ball in game one.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to take that back, don't do it in game two. And I could care less who wins. I just want the referees to be good and don't make any mistakes when it matters most because everybody's going to make mistakes during the course of the ball game. I don't want anybody to make mistakes that's going to change the outcome of the ball game.
Yeah, I don't know how strict the rules are for when refs make mistakes, but that was crazy, man. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys that thinks that the NBA is fixed or like it's WWE. But that's a moment where it's like, hold on, bro. Like you went off the reaction of the room and was like, oh, never mind, y'all. Like my bad. I guess it wasn't a double dribble. What are we doing?
I mean, if we're going to do that, then Larry Johnson goes up for a three-point play, scores the three, and fouls. Somebody sitting there knows that it wasn't a 4-point play. Give me a referee that want to be honest, Abe, or be in the commercial and say, you got it wrong. Call that play back. Let's rewind years ago and give us that play back. You don't do that in basketball. You own it, the fact that you made a mistake as a referee, especially if you just invert the whistle and you say, I think it was a call. No, he said double dribble. Okay, that's the call. That's it. That seals it.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. If I'm them, I'm looking like, yo, you ain't even make him use a challenge. He could have used a challenge or something. Like, come on, man. Nah.
And the thing is, you got the call wrong anyway, because Hartenstein didn't double dribble. So it was a wrong call. But if you blow the whistle and you signal it, that's the call that we going with.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm on the refs, man. I don't know. It's looking like they looking shaky this postseason. It's real inconsistent. Some of the fouls they calling is inconsistent. And their swag is kind of crazy, man. Their swag is on 100.
They got Ant Edwards swag.
What happened?
They got Anthony Edwards swag.
Yeah, they yell. I was looking at the footage of when Mike Malone spazzed out last game, and I realized, I'm like, hold up. The ref screaming back at him. I'm like, yo, these dudes just wilding. Nah,
they said in game 1, the last 2-minute report was 4 calls were wrong. Think about that. The last 2 minutes of a ball game, the best in the world, the referees, get 4 calls wrong. Imagine if you had a player on your team that got 4 plays wrong in the last 2 minutes. He'd be out the league. That can't be tolerated. You play 82 games. You play and prepare for the playoffs to chase down winning a championship, and it's a wrong call, or the last 2 minutes you make 4 wrong calls. That can cost guys their job, cost coaches their job, cost GMs their job, cost players having to be traded in different. No, that we got to be better. We have to be better.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't think that's the case in this series. I think the Pacers have lost these games. I don't think that the refs have influenced the game to the point where you can blame them. It's not. They're getting outplayed.
No. You're right, but you're wrong. In game 1, that play cost the game. That non-kick ball changes everything.
It does change everything, but I can make the case that the Pacers left buckets on the table and possessions on the table in that game as well. So if I'm the Pacers, I'm looking like, yo, we should be 2-0 right now. We were in position to win both of these games. And I'm not going to blame the refs. I'm going to blame us, because when we win, I'm going to give us credit. So I'm not going to blame the refs. We're going to get this together and go back to Indiana and get a win.
That's the mindset. But give the Knicks credit. They are the hardest working team in the business. They are the most competitive team in the business. They play with an edge. Everybody that's out there in uniform, whether they play 5 guys, 7 guys, 8 guys, whatever they play, they absolutely compete and get after you. And we talked about it. I always say, be the hardest working team for 48 minutes, good things happen. And they're up 2-0 because of the force that they play with and the way that they compete.
How about the celebrities in the Garden tonight? How about I saw a lot of faces in there. Mary J was on the screen a few times. Chris Rock, you saw that?
My guy Fat Joe in the building, standing in Tim's way by the sideline. I thought Fat Joe was the coach for a minute, man. I thought we was at the Rutgers.
He on the staff.
Man, I tell you, it is electric in there, and there's nothing. I've been there before as a player playing for the New York Knicks and as an opposing player playing against them. It's nothing like looking courtside and seeing people that you recognize in different fields, and you know them by just first name basis or one name. Just legends all throughout courtside is an incredible feeling, knowing that they came to see the show that you're a part of.
And let me ask you, Pops, anybody ever had you nervous when you was playing, when you looked on the side like, oh my gosh?
I can't say. No.
Huh? No. What are we going on? I struck a chord?
Huh?
I hit gold just now. What's up?
Nobody. No.
We'll save it for in studio time. I'm not gonna forget this though. I'm on you. I'm not letting you off the hook. All right though. If the Pacers, I can't believe you didn't answer that. I'm on you. Just know.
My answer was no. My answer was no.
No, your answer is not no. It's in my memory bank. I'm not gonna forget this. All right, man. If you're the Knicks and you're trying to squeeze another win out on the road, what's your mentality going to Indiana right now?
That's the wrong mentality right away. We won two games in New York City. We're the better basketball team. It's the first of 4. So we're not trying to squeeze anything. What we're trying to squeeze their throat. We're trying to eliminate them from the playoffs. We're going to Indiana to win 2 games. We're going to handle our business. The mindset is, let's take care of business in game 3 and let's move on towards game 4 to sweep these guys. But we are the better basketball team. Let's get our rest. Let's get our treatment. Let's get on this plane and go to Indiana and handle our business. The mindset is not to steal anything. We're going to win this series.
What's your state of mind if you're the Indiana Pacers going home?
We have to be better. The same thing that I said before. We have to be better, and we have to understand that it's not going to be because we came back to Indiana. It's not going to be. It's going to be because we elevated our intensity level. We competed the way that you're supposed to compete come playoff basketball team. Let's admit it, fellas. Let's admit it. We have been soft. We have not elevated our intensity level when it mattered most. When the lights got brightest, we shrunk. Let's own that. Individually and collectively, we shrunk. Let's make sure whether we're playing 5 dudes or the referees are against us or making bad calls, I don't care where we play, with a better basketball team. Let's set the tone and let's keep our foot on the gas pedal for 48 minutes. That's the mindset. We're not going to come in here at the end of 48 minutes and say, we didn't work hard enough, or we didn't defend, or we didn't hit the floor, or we didn't rebound, or we didn't chase down loose basketballs. Let's take care of business and give ourselves a chance to go back to New York City and win there.
Do the Pacers have a shot at winning this series?
I picked the Pacers to win the series. And I believe that this series is still far from over. I believe the mindset is to take care of business in Game 3 and then move on to Game 4. So I believe that the Pacers will win Game 3. Being back home, that's when the role players play better, even though they played good in Madison Square Garden. The interesting thing is, will Tom Thibodeau still have a short rotation, or will he trust some other guys and give some of those guys in that starting lineup that's playing heavy minutes some well-deserved breathers?
It's a wrap, Pops. Sorry.
Who you apologizing for? You don't have to apologize to me. It don't matter.
Oh, my gosh. Can you stand by one of your picks, man? What is going on?
I gave you my
pick.
pick.
Is the Pacers. Huh?
I gave you my pick, but you don't have to apologize. You only apologize if I'm part of it. It doesn't matter to me.
No, I'm saying your pick is done. The Knicks is about to win. It's over. That's all I'm saying. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's that time to give out the Mama There Goes That Man award. Tell me who wins tonight, Pops.
A lot of options. A lot of role players impacted the game in a big-time way. But ultimately, the message was sent in a situation when he very easily could have tapped out, being not 100%. Jalen Brunson again, because he refused to sit in the back when his team was fighting. 29 big points, big plays down the stretch, came back in the second half after sitting out the second quarter, basically, and responded and led his team once again. Tonight, the award goes to Jalen Brunson. Mama, there goes that man.
Shouts out to Jalen Brunson, multiple-time Mama There Go That Man award winner. I don't know tonight, Pops. It was close. It was close. It was 2 other options that you could have went with tonight, and I'm not positive that Jalen Brunson should have got it as clear as you made it. You ain't even give props to the other 2.
I'm going to tell you my second option, but tell me the 2 you're talking about.
OG and Josh Hart.
I'm not giving it OG. He wasn't in down the stretch.
So he got hurt. He held it down the whole time that Jalen Brunson was in the back, getting his foot massage on, getting his Robert Crafton. What?
He held it down. He held it down. I never seen a dude miss three plays and nobody call a timeout or call a foul.
Yeah, that was messed up.
He's still sitting in the stands holding his leg. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But the guy I almost gave it to is Isaiah Hartenstein because of the little things that he did. The demand put on him to play the fourth quarter and execute down the stretch. The defense, the rebound and the extra possessions, offensive rebound, the screen sets. He did all the little things. And 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, almost had a triple-double in Madison Square Garden. Big-time energy and effort plays, and a statement made by his presence in the middle of that Knicks lineup.
Yeah, he's an underrated passer, man. That dude made plays catching in that mid-post area. It's a good passer, man. It reminded me of David Lee used to pass like that.
Outstanding passer. And those are tough plays to make for a big man. Inside pivot or catch it and throw backdoor passes as your defenders there and as the guy you throwing it to defenders trying to steal the basketball, put it on point time and time again. just gives them a different dimension of their offense that makes everybody live and a threat.
Pop, somebody needs your help, man. I called 911. I called everybody, and nobody can help. They need a coach that could speak a word to them. The Cleveland Cavaliers are on their last lifeline, Pops. Tell me, what are you saying to them going into this next game?
It's a tough task. I'm going to be honest with you. This is an outstanding basketball team. They've been the best team in the Eastern Conference the entire season. But let's give ourselves a chance. Let's give ourselves a chance by defending at a high level. Let's give ourselves a chance by competing at a high level. I haven't seen a team in all my years coaching, playing, and being an analyst. I haven't seen a team that's invincible. The great Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Quite honestly, this team in green and white has not been punched in the mouth by us yet. So they look incredible. They look unbeatable. Let's punch them in the mouth and see how they respond. But now all of a sudden, at the end of the first quarter, they're down 10. Let's see how they respond when their back is against the wall and we've offered them some resistance. Let's get to that point, and then we know when to tap out. But we are better than what we have played. Let's see how they respond when we deck them in the mouth right away. Bring it in.
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. They are done.
You didn't go Kenny Rogers on me, man.
Get them out of here, bro. They're done, Pops. I understand, punch them in the mouth, fight back, in my Meek Mill voice, get up. They're done, Pops. They about to get trounced for these next 3 games, and they got to go back to Cleveland, get their Brown season tickets, and sit in the snow this winter. It's it. That's it.
I haven't been on many bad teams. I remember my second year with the Los Angeles Clippers. We had talent, but we had guys that had tapped out and wasn't really getting after it. So you sit in the locker room or you sit on the bench or you be on the layup line like, we don't stand a chance, man. As much as you sitting there like, yo, 4 guys ain't thinking about something else. One dude thinking about a trade, another dude a free agent. The coach don't know. One time the coach got on the bus. We came back from down 20 in the first half, and we won the game. And the coach said we flew back home. This was on the road. We flew back home, and the coach said everybody stay on the bus. We stayed on the bus when we got to our destination. Let everybody else other than the players. And the coach, after having a couple of beers, said, as the bus driver exited the bus and it was just us, he said, I'm mad. I want you guys to know I'm upset. Like, we just won a big game. We was down 20 and we won. He said, if I lost this game, I had a 3-year paid vacation. Like, what? He said we cost him his vacation by winning the ball game, so it extended his time as the head coach. It was like, it's not fun to be part of, but that's when we didn't have committed guys and didn't have enough talent. I believe that Cleveland Cavaliers are not there. I believe you have Donovan Mitchell. You get Jared Allen healthy, hopefully. You have Darius Garland in the backcourt. You get Karis LeVert playing. I mean, they have some reason to have hope. I don't think that the Boston Celtics, as great as they are, I don't think they're unbeatable or invincible.
Yeah, they're not unbeatable or invincible. I just don't think that, yeah, they are unbeatable and invincible in the Eastern Conference right now. I don't think that any team left is going to beat them 4 times in a 7-game series. No. I think that the Cavs should aim for 1 win if they want to just do it for old time's sake. Let's get this 1 win. But that's about it, Pop. I don't even want to, like you said, it's tough when you get on a team and it's a losing situation. I'm sure Garland and Mitchell are starting to realize about some of their teammates' flaws they didn't realize before. Like, this dude Strus can't go left for nothing. Just give me 1 bucket. Just help do something. It's Donovan Mitchell got to go up against this monster defense and go try to get 60 for them to win. And that's not happening, man. I'm sorry.
I don't think he has to get 60. I think they got to defend the 3-point line better, and they have to be better offensively.
I feel that, Pops. I feel that. All right, let's go into this OKC OKC-MAVS game really quickly. Let me know what you see the main focuses being in this game coming up.
I see the Mavs winning game 2. I see them making the proper adjustments. I see Luka being better than he was in game 1 and forcing the issue. I expect the role players of the Mavs to respond, understanding that the Thunder are willing to give them open shots off of Luka and Kyrie's pick and roll action. So you have to be locked and loaded and prepared to knock down shots, take and make them. I expect them to be better, but I don't expect the Thunder to take their foot off the gas pedal. I expect to see them still get after it, still compete. I just think that the Mavs will come out better and steal a game on the road.
All right, Pops. In other news, Jokic wins his 3rd straight MVP. Let me know how you feel about this. I can't even get too excited because I feel some type of way, but let me know what you think.
Well, let me correct you. It's 3rd in 4 years. Joel Embiid won last year. But I will say this. But I will say this. I got no problem who would have won the MVP. Shea was in it. Luka was in it. Joker was in it. You pick one of those guys, it's a tough decision to make. All had outstanding, incredible years. Joker winning his 3rd MVP puts him in rare company. He's an all-time great. And when you average 26, 12, and 9, those are stellar numbers. And I expect the dangerous thing is he's not done. He's still in his prime. He can chase another 1, 2, 3 MVPs. He's going to put up numbers. The question is how good the Nuggets will be, but he's going to put up numbers that's going to put him in this discussion for years to come. Congratulations to him. And shout out to Luka and Shea, who had outstanding years and was in the discussion, but unfortunately for them and fortunately for the Joker, he wins his 3rd. Well-deserved.
Yeah, man, he gonna win 6 or 7 if he gets
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying he gonna win 6 or 7 if he gets MVP for being the 2nd most valuable player every year. Like that, he wasn't the most valuable player this season. Can we just keep it a buck? SGA was the most valuable player. I saw Shaq. I didn't really agree with him doing it in that moment because that was Joker's moment. But I agree with him. SGA was the MVP, and I don't know, man. I feel some type of way about this because we don't know the next time that we're gonna see SGA play at this level. This is
no. I got no problems. I believe that Shea was the MVP, but I have no problem with the Joker winning the award. Absolutely no problem. He put the type of season together that puts him in the discussion, gives him some status as far as be in that category with Luka and Shea, and you could have gone either way.
He better bring it in game 3. He better bring the MVP trophy and all of that, the bag, Joker bag of tricks, everything, because they're not playing with him right now. So
they're not playing with him. They're not playing with Jamal Murray. They are picking those guys up, harassing them, and making them make plays with bodies connected to them. You look at Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert in game 1, and I'm sure coming back fresh, Karl Anthony Towns, they're committed to staying connected to Joker, extending the defense, picking them up. And Jamal Murray is seeing Jaden McDaniels harass him. And when he comes off screen and rolls, he's seeing multiple bodies. They're making it tough on the home run hitters of the Nuggets.
All right, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. Go ahead and scan the QR code or click the link in the description. They are matching a deposit up to $100 when you use the promo code MARK. That's M-A-R-K. We appreciate y'all, man.
That's a wrap for this episode of The Mark Jackson Show, the night mode edition of The Mark Jackson Show. I'm Mark Jackson. That's my guy, the dynamic one, Blue. We thank you for your love and support. Remember, make a plan and stick to it. My 99-year-old Hall of Fame basketball coach in college, Lou Connor II, the legend, said to me, a genius without discipline is like an octopus on skates. They're all over the place. Execute your plan and find a way to get it done. Blessings.